would get the start for the Sox, which always boded well for their chances. Defensive lapses, though, would leave the game in doubt until the man who played more games in a Sox uniform than anyone except the great Carl Yastrzemski put his stamp on it. Dwight Evans refused to allow the Orioles to spoil an excellent start by the Red Sox ace and put together one of the best games in his last season for the Sox. It was a bright spot in a season that saw the 38-year-old veteran bat only .249 and hit 13 home runs in his first season as a full-time designated hitter. In a classic 10-inning affair, Evans proved that he still had the swing that made him a staple of the Red Sox lineup for 19 seasons. Let's head out to Fenway to see one more time what made Dwight Evans such a feared clutch hitter.
Baltimore Orioles will have Steve Finley, the left fielder, leading off. Billy Ripken at second base. Randy Milligan at first. Mickey Tettleton, the catcher, batting fourth. Joe Orsulak in right field. Cal Ripken at shortstop. Greg Walker, the designated hitter. Craig Worthington at third. And Mike Devereaux in center field.
And the defense today for the Red Sox. They are now 6th in the American League, 46 errors in 66 games. Wade Boggs at third base, Louis Rivera the shortstop, Jody Reed at second, Carlos Quintana at first, left to right Mike Greenwell, Ellis Burks, Tom Brunansky, Tony Pena behind the plate, and on the mound Roger Clemens.
Finley, the left fielder, at .245 with 6 runs batted in. He's not hitting or playing as well as he did last year. He got hurt early, you remember, in the opener against Boston down in Baltimore, and was out for quite a while, but came back and played very well for them. Ball one, we're underway at Fenway. Temperature is 81 degrees and sultry. Fastball for a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. 8th start at Fenway for Roger. There's another strike, and he's ahead of Finley, 1-2.
Finley last year on the save list a couple of times. That shoulder, had a bad wrist toward the end of the season. A guy that came up with an awful lot of attention out of the minor leagues.
The 1-2 delivery to him. 2-2 as the lights are coming on at Fenway to lighten things up just a little bit. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The wind is blowing from right toward left, toward the left field corner from right field, and sometimes out toward the wall from first base. So you get the ball up in the air in that direction, and you might have something going for you. That's off the hand, and Roger has it for an easy play over to first for the out.
Most of the pitches in that sequence to Finley were at the middle of the plate away, and then Clemens busts him inside with the fastball. I think he got a piece of the bat on this one. Right back to the mound as he ties up Finley. Get the first out of the ball game.
Billy Ripken is the batter. Brother Billy's had a pretty good year at .261. Swings through that one for a strike. This is the 3rd straight game he's hit in that number 2 slot, and the 5th time this year batting in the number 2 position in the batting order. Pulls it high and shallow into left, and Greenwell will call. Quickly 2 down.
The Orioles come into this game today 12th in the American League in team batting average with a .249 average. Red Sox number 1, tied with Toronto at .269, but the Orioles have scored more runs than the Red Sox.
The Orioles looking for hitters just like the Red Sox are, and you know, they have been pitching rich for years. Last year they had good pitching, not great pitching, but they had outstanding defense, and that's something they have not had this season. In fact, it showed last night. One strike to Randy Milligan, who alone in the lineup really seems to be the steadiest hitter at 282 with 12 home runs and 41 batted in. It's a ball. Jim McKeon, the first base umpire, and the crew chief. Six homers for Milligan in his last 13 games. And drills it toward the wall in left. Going to reach the wall high. Picked up barehanded by Greenwell. A long wall single at Fenway. Milligan at first with 2 outs. This is where you see the wall giveth and the wall taketh away at Fenway.
Most parks in the American League, I'm sure you're right, Ned. This might have been a home run. Ball hit very hard. A breaking ball from Clemens. Just kind of hangs out over the plate, and Milligan off watching it. Greenwell with a fine play, playing it barehanded off the top of the wall, and gets it back in quickly to hold him to a single.
The hitter now is Mickey Tettleton, the switch hitting catcher, batting in the number 4 position at 252. Very bad start for him this year, but he's picked up. He has 10 home runs and 36 batted in. He's hit in 7 of his last 9 games, but he couldn't buy a hit for during the first month of the season. 1 ball and no strikes. In his first 23 games, he struck out 39 times and hit 163. That one has gone right down to Jody Reed. Plays a fairly difficult hop into an out. And that's it for the Orioles in the first. They leave a runner with 1 hit. And after a half inning, it's 0-0. Starting lineup for the Red Sox this afternoon will have Wade Boggs at third base, Jody Reed at second, Mike Greenwell in left, Tom Brunansky in right field, Dwight Evans, the designated hitter, Ellis Burks in center, Tony Pena catching, Carlos Quintana at first, and Luis Rivera at shortstop.
And the defense for the Baltimore Orioles, they're third in the American League, 41 errors in 68 games. Greg Worthington, the third baseman, Cal Ripken Jr. at shortstop, Billy Ripken at second base, Randy Milligan, the first baseman, left to right, Steve Finley, Mike Devereaux, and Joe Orsulak. Mickey Tettleton will be the catcher, and on the mound, Dave Johnson. Johnson making his 14th start of the season. That's the same amount he made last year for the Baltimore Orioles. Record of 6-4 with a 4.11 ERA. In 81 innings, he's given up 98 hits. 14 of those hits have been home runs. He's only struck out 26, and very good control. He's only walked 18, but opponents are hitting .302 against Dave Johnson, but very effective against the Red Sox. Got a complete game win the last time they hooked up in Baltimore. Games that Clemens started. Had the benefit of a lot of runs early in that ball game, but he's been tough on Red Sox the last couple of years.
Well, he pitched one of his first games when he came up out of the trailer into the major leagues and beat him. And he's a nuts and bolts pitcher. He gets it done. That's all. He's not very spectacular, but he's just out there. And all of a sudden he's holding you and hoping that his team can get runs for him.
Maybe preoccupied today. He's been at home the last couple of days. His wife expecting a baby and returned to the club last night.
Ball hit toward left field by Boggs, and that's off the wall, and he will get a double out of it. Ball picked off the wall and dropped by Finley, but Boggs was thinking double all the way, and he's at second base. He was hitting .289 before that double, so he's crawling up toward the 300 mark again.
Wade Boggs comes to Fenway Park, sees that wind blowing out toward the left field wall, plus with a pitcher like Johnson, ball's gonna tail away from him. He's just gonna think about going to the opposite field, and again, another ball hit off the wall early in this game. I'll tell you, had Finley not dropped this ball, it may have been close at second base, but Boggs picks up his 17th double of the season.
Probably the best all-around player the Red Sox have had in recent weeks is at the bat right now, Jody Reed, who is hitting .298 with 2 home runs and 25 batted in. He's doing it in the field. He's doing it at the plate every which way. And he is really something out there. 1 ball and no strikes to Reed. Big factor last night, made a heck of a fielding play for a double play, cutting off a runner at home into right field, and Orsulak with the play. Boggs back to second. Jody flying to right field, and now it'll be Greenwell up. And he has been at the other end of the spectrum. Had a tough night last night, 0 for 5, and hitting .255 with 2 home runs and 17 batted in.
Jody Reed trying to get the job done going to the opposite field, but not deep enough. Orsulak was playing very shallow and had to come in even more, so Boggs played it halfway and had to remain at second base.
Boggs at second, 1 out, and Greenwell up. Ball 1. Johnson started in the Pittsburgh organization. He lives in Baltimore. He was born there and lives around that area. Pittsburgh and then the Houston organization. Cup of coffee here, a cup of coffee there. Base hit left field. Boggs with a late start will be held by Rex Slider. Finley fires toward the plate. Runners are at first and third. Greenwell with a line single to the opposite field.
Greenwell, as superstitious as they come, he changes socks. You notice the low-riding socks he has on today showing a little blue. He changed that for some of his luck. Well, he gets the base hit with man in scoring position, but hits it too hard to left field. Hit a ball that hard at Fenway Park. Awful tough to get that run across.
Runners at first and third, and right fielder Tom Brunansky up. He's hitting .285 with 5 home runs and 22 runs batted in. Brunansky playing last night, coming back from his shoulder injury. Suffered in Baltimore. So he can swing all right. It bothers him to run. A couple of hits last night. Johnson fires inside and high. Ball 1.
Very unusual stance for Dave Johnson out of the stretch position. A big bent knee, the right knee, spreads the legs way out. I would imagine it'd be awful difficult to get a jump off Johnson at first base if you're thinking about a steal. Red Sox certainly probably aren't thinking that in this situation, but maybe later on in the ball game.
Almost amounts to a slide step. He's halfway there with that leg out there. 1 ball and 1 strike to Bruno. Boggs at third. Greenwell at first. 1 out. To center field, and Devereaux with it. Boggs tagging, and will come on to score. It's 1-0 Boston. Tom Brunansky gets the job done, driving the ball for a sacrifice fly and getting his 23rd run batted in. Boggs scoring.
After missing a couple of games up in Toronto, of course, and last weekend in Baltimore where he was injured, he's come back strong. A couple of hits in the ball game last night, and here gets the job done with the fly ball deep enough to score. Boggs at third. Don't want to leave too early. Make sure the man makes the catch, tag up and go.
So it's Dwight Evans up, the designated hitter, at .240 with 5 home runs and 33 batted in. And a strike. 0-1. Evans is 3 for 9 in his last 3 games. Base hit, right field. Charged out there by Orsulak. Greenwell holds at second. 2 outs, 2 on. Third hit of the inning, a single to the opposite field by Evans.
Red Sox coming out strong against Dave Johnson in the return match this season. Evans taking the fastball to the opposite field. Greenwell thought about third base, but with 2 outs, you're already in scoring position at second. Don't want to take any chances to be thrown out at third. Orsulak did a pretty good job, too, putting a good charge on that ball.
Now it's Ellis Burks.
Frank Robinson, the manager of the Baltimore Orioles.
And missing outside is Johnson on Burks. Burks has hit in 7 straight games. hitting over 400 in that stretch. So it's been Burks and Jody Reed really in the offense. The consistency. There's a strike by Johnson. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Really a perfect day for the hitters here at Fenway Park. Just a bit overcast, not the bright sunshine. The wind blowing out toward the left field wall, warm and humid.
Hitting with him. Burks to third and taken there by Worthington over to Billy Ripken. So there's 1 run and 3 hits, 2 left. After 1, the Red Sox lead it 1-0.
3 incomplete homework assignments. 5 movie trailers stopped midstream. 13 important phone calls missed.
When you've got dial-up, you can miss out on so much. Now, you don't have to anymore. Not when you can get high-speed Verizon Online DSL for just $17.99 a month. And you can do so much more, like click and connect to the net in an instant. Talk on the phone and surf the web at the same time on the same line. Download photos faster than you can say smile, all for as low as $17.99 a month. Just call 1-877-331-7375. That's 1-877-331-7375 to get Verizon Online DSL for $24 a month less than Comcast and see what you've been missing.
32 photos of grandson opened. 347 favorite disco tunes downloaded.
One nation, one network. Thursday, it's Sox Athletics at 6 on NESN.
You're watching Red Sox Classics on NESN. We pick up action later in the game.
Ground ball to shortstop, right through the wickets of Rivera. And Mike Devereaux, the number 9 hitter and center fielder, is on a palpable error by Luis Rivera.
Just about the most embarrassing error an infielder can make, and that's the one that goes right between your legs. Backside starts to come up. The glove is not down on the ground, and you look for it, but it's not there. Milligan jumping all over that first pitch. You see how the glove starts to come up, and that backside just a bit too early, and first error of the ball game.
Glove and the head, really, that he started to lift the head and the chin and the glove all of a sudden, and tailgate did not stay down. Runner on, and the top of the order up, Steve Finley, who was jammed by Clemens and bounced right back to the mound his first time up. Ball 1.
One thing we have not seen so far from Clemens is working inside to the hitters, and generally, as we mentioned in the open, when he comes off a tough ball game, that's usually how he starts it out. A couple of fastballs in, maybe 2 or 3 inches off the plate.
Establish himself there and then get the hitter ready. Then he can do a lot of things. The move to first base, and Devereaux is back.
Devereaux, 3 stolen bases on the season. Last year had 22. Led all American League rookies in stolen bases for the Baltimore Orioles.
And just kind of struggles back with that hand tag. Clemens over there in a hurry.
He's accomplished taking maybe a half a step off the lead of Devereaux. He didn't really have to even go head first back into the bag that time. He's not that far off.
He fists that one foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Red Sox leading 1-0. Baltimore batting in the 3rd. On this, the 3rd day of summer. And then now the days are getting shorter, Jerry, so we're getting into fall.
Doesn't last very long, does it?
No. 1 ball and 1 strike. We had the longest day of the year off. Woo. Clemens over there again and kind of wool gathering was Mike Devereaux off the bag and had to crawl back in again. Two and one.
Devereaux is going to attempt a stolen base. This certainly would be the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. You wouldn't expect the pitch out by any means with the 2-1 count.
Good comeback by Tony Pena from the bad thumb, but regardless, he still has the bad thumb, and the Orioles are certainly aware of that, I'm quite sure. Late swing by Finley. 2-2.
Clemens doing a lot of different things to Devereaux at first base. He's thrown over a couple of times, stepped off the rubber to throw to first base. That particular time, he just held the ball for a long time and took the momentum away from Devereaux. Once you become flat-footed at first base as a runner, you're better off staying right there.
Close to a 4-step lead off the bag for Devereaux, and the pitch is low. Full count to Finley. Here he goes, and the pitch foul back by Finley. Devereaux with the jump must come back. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. 1 on in the 3rd inning with the Red Sox ahead 1-0.
3-2. You do not have to get a good jump. You're going and you're hoping for some contact. You make sure the pitcher goes to the plate, and the ball fouled off. Devereaux coming off the disabled just recently with a pulled hamstring.
He takes off, and again Finley fouls it off. 3-2. And ball 4. And for the 2nd straight inning, the Orioles have the first 2 men on. Finley walks the 2nd given up by Clemens. Devereaux is at 2nd, nobody out. Now Billy Ripken coming in. He flied to shallow left his first time up.
Orioles certainly different Oriole teams than they were in the past. They sacrifice now more than any team in the American League, and under Earl Weaver a number of years ago, that was a definite no-no.
This stage of the game, he'd have Billy swinging for the fence. He believed in 3-run homers and good pitching. Now Clemens wants to talk with Pena.
The runner on second base now, they want to make absolutely sure on their sequence of signs what they're going to use. First sign after 2, 3rd sign, whatever it may be. And also here is the going over of the bunt play that the Red Sox will use in this situation. Certainly expecting it. Boggs in at 3rd, Quintana in at 1st.
Now Pena will chat with Quintana, the first baseman, on how they may play, what he wants him to do, and what Roger is going to be throwing. As the Orioles in this 1-0 game have runners at 1st and 2nd in the 3rd inning. Nobody out. Billy Ripken up, to be followed by Randy Milligan. The bunt toward 3rd, a good one. Boggs bobbles the ball, and the bases are loaded. Boggs charging and wanting the ball barehanded, which is the way you had to play it, but tried to throw it before he got it, and it'll go as an error to load the bases.
Good job right here by Ripken. The fastball, it's up and in, and that's one a lot of times it'll be popped up. That's why the pitcher will throw it in that vicinity, because now with the regular bunt play on, if Clemens can't field it, then Boggs has to come in and charge. By the time he gets there, he's going to have to rush, and he'll bobble it. He'll go for the bare hand, not be able to pick it up, and the bases are loaded. So Kind of similar to the last outing against Clemens in Baltimore. A lot of wacky things started to happen, and all of a sudden the game was opened up by the Orioles.
That'll be a sacrifice for Billy Ripken. He'll be credited with a sacrifice, charge and error to Boggs. And the bases are full of Orioles, nobody out, and Randy Milligan is up. Single to left in the first inning. Out of play, strike one. Boston infield will be laying at double play depth around second base. Try to get the 2 outs, give up the run this early. Milligan's job to try to drive it somewhere. Preferably in the air and deep enough to get at least 1 run home if it's caught. 1 ball and 1 strike to Randy. And away, ball 2. 2-1.
Milligan will generally get himself a pretty good pitch to hit. He's very patient. Base on balls is one of the leaders in the American League. Matter of fact, right on top with 58 walks this season. So he works himself into situations where he gets something that he can handle. A lot of walkers in this game today. Milligan, Tettleton, Boggs, Evans, Ripken, Cal Ripken, all in the top 10 in the American League.
Funny, the 2 guys that hit pretty lustily for Baltimore, like Milligan and Ripken, up there in walks. They're not the ping pong hitters. Milligan has now hit in 8 straight games with his single in the first inning. And ball 3. 3-1 to Randy Milligan. Now pitch.
He can let loose on this one. 3 balls, 1 strike. Narrow down that strike zone. The bases loaded.
Strike 2. Second full count this inning for Roger Clemens.
Actually, right there, he went after Clemens' pitch. A good fastball away from Milligan.
Three balls, 2 strikes. Down to second, and they may get 2. They get him, but the run scores, and it's tied up 1-1. Picked off just in time by Quintana at first on the throw from Rivera. So the Red Sox reel off the double play, their second, but it's tied up 1-1. Scoring on the play was Devereaux.
Red Sox will certainly take this exchange. The reason the infield back to get the double play, and just very close play at first base to get Milligan. 1 run will come across, but ends the possibility of a huge inning here for the Baltimore Orioles.
Run in, and the runner at third now. Finley over to third base on that play, bringing up Mickey Tettleton. Grounding out to second. Outfield a step to right. And Pena kind of nubs that ball up the third baseline. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Pena making absolutely sure that nothing is going to get by him. He gets down on the knees, blocks this ball, and comes right up off his shoulder, it looks like, but no chance any advancement in that position.
1-1 with 2 away and a runner at third. Two and 1. Roger working behind hitters this inning. On deck hitter is Joe Orsulak.
A couple of pitches I think Clemens thought he might have had the pitch before. It looked like a pretty good one, and that might have caught the inside corner.
Close. 3 balls and 1 strike. Down to first base, and Quintana to Roger Clemens for the out. kicking off the bag and slamming the ball down. Mad at himself or mad at something else. Spiked that ball after making the out. Whether he crossed the bag and twisted something, I don't know, but he's out of the inning with 1 unearned run. And after 2 1/2 innings, it is 1-1.
Attention, men with thinning hair. These actual photos demonstrate the effectiveness of a brand new breakthrough product called Proceed. And now, Proceed is finally available to the public, absolutely risk-free. Call now and find out how you can get a free 3-month supply of powerful new Proceed. Not a daily regimen, Proceed is a breakthrough product you use only once every 90 days. Proceed's unique patent-pending formula is unlike all other products. These actual photos illustrate the results that may be seen after just 1 application.
I've tried everything, from vitamins to shampoos, but nothing worked for me. Then I found Proceed.
With my busy schedule, who has time for daily regimens? I bet you can't tell I have thinning hair. This is real, folks.
With Proceed, there's new hope in the fight to improve the appearance of your thinning hair. If you're one of the millions of men with thinning hair, call now and find out how you can get a free 3-month supply of powerful new Proceed. Proceed. We're the one. Just 1 application every 90 days.
Around the boards, Brayborn keeps it in. And deep cooler. In front. Backhander save! Oh, Radjička on the rebound! The Bruins win it! Vladimir Radjička makes it 5-4, and the Bruins win their 2nd straight.
You're watching Red Sox Classics on NESN. We pick up action later in the game.
Mickey Tettleton up, has grounded out twice. He leads off the 6th. The game is tied 1-1. Each team has 5 hits. The Red Sox have 2 errors, leading to the unearned run. Clemens sticks it outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Tettleton certainly has a look of a power hitter, the straight up and down stance, and then once the pitch is delivered to home plate, he really explodes. Bends the knees, gets everything going out toward that pitcher's mound.
Yeah, he looks very uncomfortable when he starts, but all of a sudden everything works. Skidder down there to first, and Quintana over to Clemens for the out.
Big Q probably happy to get away from Toronto, the Sky Dome, where he was playing on the artificial surface and had some, well, not a pleasant time of it in the 2-game series of Toronto.
Well, they were taking some shots at him up there in that one game, particularly when the ball was playing off his body. Joe Orsulak, the right fielder, up, checks off, takes a strike anyway. Orsulak is 0 for 1. He has walked and grounded out. Goes to the opposite field for a base hit. It kind of twists and skids its way through, and Orsulak is on with an off-field single.
So that most of his home runs that he hits, all of his home runs, he basically pulls, and a ball against right-handed pitching. He likes the ball from the middle of the plate in and down. Here Clemens goes to the outside part of the plate and just slaps it the other way to get the base hit. He goes in streaks with the home runs. All of a sudden you look up and he'll have 3 or 4 within a couple of weeks.
He's 1 for 2. He's trying to get up to that 300 mark in batting also. It's a strike to Cal Ripken, who is perfect on the day with 2 left field singles. Nothing in 2. Again, the Orioles have a runner. Every inning they've had at least 1 runner on, but have scored only 1 run, and that on a double play ball, led to by a couple of errors.
Both times Ripken has got a base hit today have been inside fastballs, and this time Clemens has stayed away. I think the only way he'll come in would be to waste something inside.
Outfield playing straight away on Ripken. Wind is blowing straight out now from home towards center. Cal chops it to Clemens. It's off his foot. Foul ball. That stung Cal Ripken.
This is amazing too, Ned. Like, one of those foul balls off the foot certainly could keep you out of the lineup for a couple of days if it gets the right spot.
Yeah.
Think about all the games that Ripken has played right off the top of the foot. That nothing like this has kept him out of the lineup for a period of time. Again, playing shortstop, maybe a spike on a double play, but it just hasn't happened.
It's amazing to live in that, also in that position, shortstop, to keep going every day out there. 0-2 to Cal Ripken. And it's to straightaway center to Ellis Burks. Wynn takes it. 2 outs. Orsolak back to first.
I did not see a fastball that time. He went with basically sliders and the split-fingered fastball, the one that he fouled off his foot, and then again to get the fly ball to center field.
With 2 out and Orsolak at first, Greg Walker is up. He is grounded out into a double play and has struck out. To center field, and back goes Burks with a win, still taking it for out number 3.
Join Middleton, Bork, Neely, and other Bruins favorites at the 3rd annual Boston Bruins Golf Tournament, August 23rd at Pine Hills in Plymouth, to benefit the Bruins Foundation and the Bruins Alumni Association. For more information, visit bostonbruins.com.
If you haven't seen the pregame show.
Look, we don't know what gets into you people when somebody offers you free stuff. What we do know is that when you choose free movies on Adelphia On Demand, you can watch lots of great movies whenever you want, all day, every day, and they won't cost you a thing. So relax. No need to be greedy. Just take it easy and pace yourself, okay?
Upgrade to the digital silver value pack with HBO for only $12 per month more for 3 months.
When it counts, you lay it all on the line. When it counts, second place is not an option. When it counts, NASCAR is on TNT.
Jimmy Johnson to the checkered flag and into the chase for the Nextel Cup. That's what I call drama on TNT, baby.
Watch NASCAR Nextel Cup racing from Chicago, Sunday at 3. When it counts, it's on TNT.
You're watching Red Sox Classics on NESN. We pick up action later in the game.
We're into the 7th at Fenway in a tie game. Baltimore won, the Red Sox won. The hits are even at 6. The Red Sox have made 2 errors.
Burks trying to steal second base, and Quintana really doesn't give him any help here. He swings at the pitch. You're trying to get the man in the scoring position, and it's really one of the frustrating things for Ellis Burks. Right there taking off, trying to get the stolen base, but Quintana, you'd like to have him maybe take a pitch or two and give him the chance to steal second.
Can afford to, yeah. It's early in the count.
But, you know, as you mentioned, so many times Burks moving, hitting toward the middle of the lineup. It's hard to ask a guy like Quintana to be that patient for him, or if you're at the top of the lineup, say hitting first, the second hitter is generally accustomed to that.
Everybody's geared so much to Burks anyway because he's the only guy on the team that steals. Craig Worthington is up. 1 for 2. Clemens working, ball 1. Worthington hit into a 4-6-3 double play in the second, and he singled to center to lead off the 5th. The Orioles have stranded 5. The Red Sox have stranded 7. The Orioles would have more left, but they hit into 3 double plays. Red Sox left 11 on base last night. 2-0 to Craig Worthington. Three and 0. Clemens has walked 2 and has struck out 2. Taking all the way, and it's ball 4. 4 straight wide of the mark, and the lead man is on again for Baltimore. Four times in this game the lead batter has been on. But Clemens has had the pitches when he's needed them and has shut them down. The run off him is unearned.
One of those days, Ned, Fenway Park with the wind blowing out. We're talking about Burks, and I remember when Don Zimmer was the manager here, and I had the green light to run, except on days when it was blowing out. It was like the yellow light, you know, run with caution. You didn't want to get thrown out on this day because you say, hey, do you see who's hitting behind you? It's Lynn, it's Rice, it's Yastrzemski. They're going to hit home runs. Okay, you know.
Well, that's the difference, though. See, that team, man, you had about 5 guys that could hit one out.
That's the frame of mind, though, that you have here in this ballpark, and especially in Burks' situation. As you mentioned, he's the only guy.
Jeff Gray is starting now to throw in earnest in the Red Sox bullpen. Lead man on in the 7th for Baltimore. Mike Devereaux is up. Squaring to bunt and taking ball 5. 5 balls thrown in a row. Wings charging. Boggs from third. Quintana from first. Devereaux, in 2 trips to the plate, has reached on an error and scored the Baltimore run. Hit coming on a double play ball, and he flied to right field his last time out.
As a first baseman, a third baseman, whoever's going to field a bunt if the sacrifice is on again, you don't want to completely give up on that play at second base because Worthington on first does not have great speed, so you may have a chance if something's bunted hard.
Takes off the bunt and takes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
If he puts it back on now, he had the count in his favor, 1-0, maybe give him 1 swing to work with. Now 1-1, he may go back to the bunt.
Cal Ripken Sr., the third base coach. Becoming a mite brighter at Fenway now, with some clouds being displaced by some lighter clouds.
I was hoping Mr. Mandela would be in here to join you for a couple of innings today, Ned. Everybody else is here.
Well, I guess, yeah. George Will is here, the author of the book Men at Work about baseball, and of course television commentator. There's a drive to right that could be trouble, but it's slicing and foul. Oh man, that one had all the earmarks of all kinds of difficulty in right field if that gets in there, biting into the line and cruising around that wall. But it's a long strike, and the count is 1-2.
No bunt at all for Devereaux, that time slapping the ball the other way, and what a break for the Red Sox going foul. There was no let up on Worthington. He knew if it was a fair ball, it was going to drop in. There was no chance for Brunansky, and he was way around second base. That certainly would have been a run for the Orioles.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Drive toward right again, and Brunansky is there. And there's 1 down. Plenty fair that time. Top of the order coming up now with 1 out. And Worthington at first. Steve Finley. Finley 1 for 2. Had an infield hit in the 5th inning. Right now, just as it appeared it was getting lighter, it has gotten darker. Big iron gray cloud has come over, but the lights have been on since the start of the game. There's been no threat of any kind of rain, just overcast and warm. It was 81 degrees at the start. Down it goes to Reed, and they'll turn one. That's all they can get. Reed to Rivera for the force on Worthington. Finley reaches on the fielder's choice. 2 down.
Actually, the Red Sox are lucky they did get one on that play, because that ground ball to Jody Reed hit a divot in the infield. One of those spots that is tuned up from the base run. You see how much it kicked back to his right. Still able to make the play and get the force at second.
Bringing to the plate, Billy Ripken. He is 0 for 2. Fly to left, sacrificed, and reached on the concomitant error, and then had a fielder's choice in the 5th. Ball 1.
Again, the unpredictability of baseball, Ned. The Orioles have done some things. They've tried to steal third base with a couple of outs. They've done a lot of things offensively, and then where you would expect a bunt to try to move the run along here late in the game, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, they show it once, then get a fly ball to right. 1 ball and 1 strike to Ripken. Finley off first, 2 out. 7th inning, game tied, 1-1.
Finley with 10 stolen bases on the year. He's been thrown out 4 times.
Finley and Phil Bradley are about the only guys on this club that will steal a base for you. Bradley has 7, and he's on the disabled list. Big full swing, and it looked like the bat swung Billy that time. 1 and 2.
He's got to be going here. You don't want to have an out here with Ripken, leave that man at first base, and have Milligan leading off your next inning. I'd like to have Milligan up there with somebody on base.
Right. 2 down, 1 and 2 the count to Billy Ripken. The lack of anything better to do, the fans have started a wave or 2 here, as they have seen pitchers dominate, even though they have not been overpowering, either Clemens or Johnson, but they have been getting the job done, as the hitters have not been able to do much. They've been getting on base by singles and walks, an occasional double, but nothing else. There's been a double by Boggs and a double by Reed for Boston. Runner breaks, and it's hit toward the middle. The ball will be thrown to first by Rivera in time, crossing behind Jody Reed, and they get it done that way. So the Orioles leave another runner, and after 6 1/2, it's 1-1.
When you've got a cracked or damaged windshield, Giant Glass is the one call that does it all. Our prompt and professional auto glass technicians will come to you wherever you are and repair or replace the damaged glass using only factory-approved primers and sealants. Giant Glass will replace your windshield and give you a safe drive-away time to ensure your car's safety. So call the number more New Englanders trust, 1-800-54-GIANT.
1-800-54-GIANT. 1-800-54-GIANT.
Nobody likes the game or loves the game more than he does.
Travel through time with Bill Spaceman Lee as he plays ball from Boston to Cuba in this unique independent film, Spaceman, A Baseball Odyssey, part of NESN's All-Star Summer Vacation, premiering Wednesday night at 8. Catch your Sox.
Upgrade your trade at Vanguard Chrysler Dodge. For a limited time, we'll give you 110% of your current vehicle's market value. That's 110%, in addition to 0% financing for 60 months on selected models like Caravan, Ram Pickup, and Durango. We'll choose rebates of $3,000 to $5,000. The 110% of your trade's current market value is in addition to all factory incentives. Upgrade your trade now at Bangor Chrysler Dodge.
Expo TV is a new network that helps you know your stuff before you buy it. Did you know drill bits come in 5 varieties? Steel, high-speed steel, titanium-coated, carbide-tipped, and cobalt. Each type has a different use and price, so choose the bit that fits your job and budget. Finding the perfect drill bit is just part of tackling your next project. So check out Expo's House and Home category to shop for all of your home improvement needs. Just turn to Channel 1 and select Expo TV, only on Adelphia Digital Cable. Expo TV. Know your stuff.
Johnson will face Louis Rivera first in the 7th. Then the top of the order, Boggs and Reed. Final game of the series will be tomorrow afternoon. Greg Harris, 6-3 for Boston, against right-hander Bob Milwaukee, 3-3 for Baltimore. That game will be on TV 38. And then starting Monday, the NESN will have 4 games against the Toronto Blue Jays, which will disturb some elements of the media, but we'll be glad to bring them to you and welcome the NESN fans. One ball and 1 strike. Rivera has flied to left and flied to center.
Joe Price and Mark Williamson, the right-hander.
Ball 2. Johnson has pitched a very sturdy, workmanlike ball game, as has Clemens. Now he falls behind, 2-1 to Rivera. Gets the strike in there, 2-2.
This is a case where Rivera, if the Red Sox were behind in this game, would probably be pinch hit for it. Danny Heat probably doing the honors as the pinch hitter, but with the score tied, still the defense of the Red Sox very important late in the game.
And Rivera pops it weakly towards second. Billy Ripken, and there's 1 away. Had been thought that maybe Joe Morgan would put Marty Barrett in the game today and give Rivera some time down, maybe a game or 2 to get a rest. He's been struggling at the plate. Marty's had a stiff neck, but Rivera's in there today.
Saw him this morning. I asked him about that. He said he's fine now, ready to play, and he thought there was a possibility he'd play last night. He thought for sure today, but didn't happen.
Wade Boggs is up. He's 1 for 3. He doubled in the first and scored the Red Sox run. Strike 1, a breaking ball from Johnson. He's gotten Wade twice on ground balls to second. One ball, 1 strike. Johnson working very quickly still. 2-1. So after the darkness comes the dawn again, as it's getting lighter after the big black cloud went over. Boggs pulls the inside pitch foul. 2-2.
Well, he mixed his pitches up with Boggs today. Some fastballs outside, some inside, and a lot of curveballs to Wade Boggs. And that's generally how you attack guys that hit like Boggs. Just try to mix your pitches up. You can't stay with one pattern all the time.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Spun foul into left. The breeze is blowing out from first towards second toward the wall. And a pop-up. Shallow center. Devereaux. And Boggs is out. He's 1 for 4 now. Two out, nobody on in the Red Sox 7th. Here's Jody Reed. Reed is 1 for 3. He doubled his last time up.
Dave Johnson not unaccustomed to going the distance in game. Of course, he did it against the Red Sox last week, and last year in only 14 starts had 4 complete games.
He sure has made believers out of Boston the few times he's faced them. He's done a very steady job. Strike to Jody Reed. And a pop near the plate, right in fair territory in front of the plate, and kind of a funny catch by Tettleton, side saddle for the out in fair ground. So the first 1, 2, 3 inning by either pitcher has been thrown, and after 7 it is 1-1.
I happen to have my own company, and I just love what I do. I'm an entrepreneur at heart, and basically my education has helped me fill in all the missing pieces. ITT Tech helped me gain the confidence that I never quite had before. I believe that I will always be able to do whatever my heart desires.
We are educators helping people build a foundation for the rest of their lives. ITT Technical Institute, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
Pop quiz. What compact sedan gets up to 34 miles per gallon, has more power and space than Corolla, and starts at just $13,170? Is it A, the Kia Spectra, B, the Kia Spectra, C, the Kia Spectra, or D, all of the above? Correct! You picked the Kia Spectra, and with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, there really is no other choice. Hurry in and get up to $2,000 cash back on the award-winning Kia Spectra, the best value on the road.
It's just a sunny day.
This All-Star break, NESN's got all the summer vacation you'll need. Presented by VermontVacation.com. Monday, Jerry Remy awards his favorite plays from the first half on the Remys. Tuesday, settle in for a Sox and 2 All-Star Marathon. And Wednesday, NESN takes off with Bill Lee for the premiere of Spaceman, a Baseball Odyssey.
It's just a sunny day.
One game going to the top of the 8th inning. Roger Clemens facing Randy Milligan. 1 strike. Milligan is 1 for 3. Fastball. Good pop on that one. Ball 1. All the Baltimore hits have been singles. All 6 hits. The Red Sox have had 6 hits, 4 singles, and 2 doubles. Two and 1.
Neither pitcher in this ball game today has got much help from Johnson behind the plate. He's made them throw strikes.
Yeah, there have been some close ones that look good that have been called balls. Count is 2-2 to Milligan. Just a save, and it's still 2-2. Milligan, Tettleton, and Orsulak, the belt of the order coming up for Baltimore here in the 8th inning. Their best shot right now with their hitters coming up, and of course behind Orsulak is Cal Ripken. Full count. 4th full count for Clemens. Kind of a tough pitch as Clemens dropped down that time, but Milligan stayed with it enough to foul it off. 3-2.
Trying to give Milligan a different look with the drop down fastball. Clemens has been doing that, oh, maybe once or twice a game, and not every game, but against a tough guy like Milligan, why not try something different?
3-2. Very high into shallow left. Greenwell. 1 out. So the silence of the bats continues here at Fenway in 2 nights, really. I mean, Mike Boddicker, not with his good stuff last night, still had a good game, showing you pitch that way, make your fielders do a little work, and if you're not on, you still win the ball game. That's good pitching. Tettleton. Ball 1.
The key with the pitchers, Ned, even when they don't have their best stuff, keep their team in a game and keep them with a chance to win that ball game. And that's exactly what's happening with Clemens today. This is by no means his best stuff.
Nope.
Still, look at the score, 1-1.
Through 7, he had thrown 100 pitches, and Johnson had thrown 88. Tettleton out in front. 1 ball and 1 strike. Strike 2. And a 2-2 pitch. 2-2 count. Gotten darker again. It's been shifting between clouds. Another full count for Clemens, 2nd in a row this inning.
I don't know how Tettleton laid off that pitch. Again, it was a split-fingered fastball from Clemens, and generally most hitters will stop to go after that pitch, didn't even attempt at it.
Three-two delivery, and he foul tips it out of the glove of Pena. Just gets a small piece of it and stays alive. 3-2.
Kind of day too, Ned, where those pitches will go in just about every inning between innings change. T-shirts, a lot of sweat today. Muggy, warm.
And Tettleton is on with a walk on a 3-2 pitch. 4th walk issued by Clemens, and for the 8th straight inning, the Orioles have a runner on.
That's a pretty darn good at bat right there from Tettleton to draw the walk. Fouled off a tough pitch, took one that I thought for sure he'd be swinging at. Ends up with a base on balls.
Every runner important right now in this 1-1 game in the 8th inning. Joe Orsulak, 1 for 2, singled in the 6th. Strike 1. He spins it foul. Let's see, it's out of play. No balls and 2 strikes.
Carlos Quintana playing right behind the runner at first base. Not great speed with Tettleton, trying to cover up some of that hole between 1st and 2nd with the left-handed hitter at the plate.
Count hangs at 0-2. Orsulak up with Cal Ripken on deck. Little grass cutter to 3rd. Boggs with it for the out. To 2nd is Tettleton. 2 away. A lot of spin on that ball hit by Werselak.
Well, there's a case where you get jammed and you really look bad on a pitch, but you get a job done. At least as soft as this ball was hit, there's no chance you could get a double play or go to second base with it. Boggs had to just think about going to first, and the Orioles get that runner, all-important go-ahead run to second base. Now a conversation on the hitter at the plate, Cal Ripken.
Well, there should be a conversation anytime he comes up in a spot like this. First base is open. It's a 1-1 game.
And it looks like they're going to put him on, Ned. We already saw Pena put up the 4 fingers, and they're going to work to the left-hander Greg Walker.
Yep. They're not going to mess with Ripken, who already is 2 for 3 today. And Walker, a left-handed batter, up. And Walker is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. This will be the 5th walk given up by Clemens, the first intentional. So it'll be a first and second situation with 2 outs. 8th inning in a 1-1 game. And the on-deck hitter, Greg Walker, the man of the hour, just another pitch.
This will be the 7th time this year that Cal Ripken has been intentionally walked. That by far leads any member of the Baltimore Orioles.
Payne right down there to second, hoping to catch the runner wandering. Tettleton off the bag, gets back.
You need some help there. You need Rivera to get into a nice conversation with Tettleton at second base. Talk about some restaurants here in Boston. Intentional base on ball, ball 4, and
why not?
Give it a shot. Tettleton not very far off the bag.
Wow. So here is Walker. And he hits one down toward off the glove of Jody Reed into center field, and coming home with a lead run. Baltimore 2-1. Tettleton scoring on a ball that heeled off the glove of Jody Reed right into center field. Runners at first and third, and Baltimore has taken a 2-1 lead.
See how they score this for Jody Reed at second base. Certainly a ball that he could have handled. He has to go to his right to go to the backhand, but he's there in plenty of time. Right here, it looks like he starts to slow down just a little bit early. The ball will bounce up over his glove, and that run will get home for the Baltimore Orioles. It's going to be an error.
Error charge to Jody Reed, and that is the 3rd Boston error of the game.
Looks like Darnell Nixon will be the pinch runner at first base.
So the run scores on a 2-out error by Reed. It's another unearned run off Clemens, and Baltimore has taken the lead. Tettleton scoring from second base, and Cal Ripken moving to third. Ball 1 high to Worthington. Worthington is 1 for 2. Single, a walk, and a double play ball.
Joe Moore going to be questioned about that strategy after the game, but I have no argument with that, putting Ripken on first base to face the left-hander Walker.
No, especially Roger had Walker pretty well tagged all afternoon, and that was a ground ball to second.
Yep, should have been out of the inning.
One ball and 1 strike to Worthington. Can't hold back. Strike 2.
Now with 2 strikes on Worthington, heads up for some type of a double steal here. They may try to steal a run out of this.
One and 2. They take off Worthington. The bluff by Pena. Back to third. Third goes the throw. So they will steal second. Not moving off third base is Ripken. He stays there, and Walker is now at second.
Have that thrown going to second base. There's no question that Ripken at third would have tried to score from third base, but Pena fakes towards second and then tries to get Ripken at third base. You can give a real good fake to second base or even throw back to the pitcher. Sometime you can catch that runner off third.
A lot of plays sometimes you can use out there with one infielder cutting inside the bag at second, or as Don Zimmer once used to throw right to shortstop. And the shortstop has an open throw back to home plate if the guy goes.
I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like when they do nothing at all. When the catcher just holds the ball and just gives him the stolen base, and that's it. There are a number of things you can do and try to catch that runner off third base. Obviously, the priority runner is at third, so you're not going to try to throw through and get that runner at second with 2 outs.
The count is 2-2 to the batter Worthington. Runners at second and third, 1 run in. The Orioles leading 2-1 in the 8th inning. Struck him out. Big pitch by Clemens at that point. A base hit then really turns things directly in favor of Baltimore, who still lead at the end of 7 1/2 now, 2-1. Bottom of the 8th inning, and Baltimore leading 2-1. Another unearned run scored by the Orioles. Both their runs unearned. And a crowd of 33,767. They had their biggest crowd of the night of the year last night, 34,711. So this is not too much behind it. Good crowd. They're seeing a close ball game. Not much happening offensively. The Red Sox coming apart a little bit at the seams defensively for the 2 unearned runs. Johnson working. A strike or a ball 1 to Mike Greenwell. Greenwell has 2 of the Red Sox 6 hits. Ball 2. Johnson has walked 2. He has not struck out anyone.
Excuse me, Ned. Plenty of open ground in that infield for Mike Greenwell as a third baseman and first baseman right on the line here in the bottom of the 8th.
And he pops this one up. Calling the third baseman Worthington at the mound for the catch, and Greenwell 1 out. Starting to draw the boos from the Fenway people.
Yep, got it pretty heavy last night. It was quieted down the first couple of at bats today with a couple of base hits, and picks up again.
Tom Brunansky is up. Ball 1. Brunansky knocked in the Red Sox run with a sacrifice fly in the first. He flied to right field in the third, and he grounded to shortstop in the 5th. And he's ahead on the count, 2-0. Toronto leading the Yankees now 7-2 after 5 innings of play. High towards center. Devereaux. 2 outs in the Red Sox 8. So Johnson continues to move right nicely through the Red Sox lineup. A hit here, a hit there. A couple of walks earlier in the game to Pena. The Red Sox had 7 people left on. They went in order in the 7th, and the first 2 men are out here in the 8th. Dwight Evans. Single to right, popped to third, and on a 3-0 count had the green light and was robbed of a double on a great play by the third baseman Worthington, spearing his line drive on the trap hop from his backhand and throwing Evans out. Strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. Cardinals 7 and the Cubs 5 in the 7th at Chicago. Ryne Sandberg has hit his 20th home run. There's a ball that may tie it up. Gone. Home run. 2-2. Dwight Evans. Sixth home run for Evans has tied the game 2-all.
Breaking ball, the first home run for Evans since, well, back in Cleveland on June 3rd. A long time for Fenway Park since Evans has had one, and what a big one to get to tie the ball game up.
Ellis Burks up. 1 ball and no strikes, so the Red Sox get a little more life in them now as they've tied it up in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 outs. Burks is 1 for 3. And Johnson is behind on the count again, 2-0.
15th home run of the year given up by Johnson. That will tie him with Ballard on the Orioles for the team lead, and Roger Clemens certainly likes the look of that home run. Not the only mistake that he has made all day long, and I don't know how big a mistake it was. Evans just jumped all over that breaking ball. And a 3/4 breaking ball that hangs up about belt high. Evans stays right on it. All that power generated and get it up in the net.
And hung enough for him. The count is 2-0 to Ellis Burks. Tony Pena on deck. All 3-0.
Might see Ellis Burks with the green light here also.
Walks him. Lead run at first with 2 outs. 3rd walk given up by Johnson, and Frank Robinson moving out from the dugout. Johnson elected to start the 8th inning with Johnson. Robinson, rather. Starting pitcher Dave Johnson doing a fine job. He got the first 2 batters, but then hung one to Dwight Evans and tied up the game. Now has walked Ellis Burks, gets a pat on the back, and will leave with a job well done. He will leave the game tied up. Tony Pena has walked twice and flied to center, facing Mark Williamson. Burks at first, and they will keep a very careful eye on him. He would love to get into scoring position for Pena. Whoosh on the fastball. Strike 1.
Williamson will feature a pretty good fastball with a slider and a palm ball.
Williamson was 10-5 last year with the Orioles with a good 2.93 earned run average. Burks takes off, and it's fouled off by Pena. Well, now Tony is behind on the count, 0-2, and Burks back to first.
Once again, Ellis Burks not getting much help from the hitters who are hitting behind him when he's trying to steal a base. That's Pena, a tough guy to ask to take pitches, even though he's walked a couple of times in this ballgame. Don't get too excited about that. He's going to be hacking.
Doesn't make any difference what the count is to Tony. 0-2. Tap down to Billy Ripken, and that will send the game into the 9th inning with the score tied 2-2.
Hello, beautiful. Oh, yeah.
No one to play with. Play online at partypoker.net, the world's largest poker school. More players, more tables, more winners. Sign up now to partypoker.net, the best place to learn how to win.
You folding?
Thanks
Bangor Municipal Golf Course is a 27-hole championship course, which offers a full 15-tee public driving range with 2 practice greens. If it's lessons you need, PGA professionals are available for group and private lessons, as well as 3-day junior golf schools. The restaurant and lounge area is the perfect place to cool off, while our full-service pro shop has all the accessories and repair services to get you swinging back into things. And we are very proud to be the first golf course in Maine to offer our players perfect yardages with the new Golf Logix GPS system. Bangor Municipal Golf Course, it's a hole-in-one.
When I get there, I can set the lumber where they want it. I can make second floor deliveries with sheetrock, shingles for the roof. You can come in and set it up top. They can work right from there rather than passing all the lumber up from down on the ground. Hammond will deliver everything but your baby.
Top of the 9th inning. Baltimore 2, the Red Sox 2. And Roger Clemens out for it. He will face Mike Devereaux, the number 9 hitter. Then the top of the order, Steve Finley and Billy Ripken. 6 hits for the Orioles, 7 hits for the Red Sox. Red Sox 3 errors, having a part to play in both Baltimore runs. They are both unearned. Johnson threw 101 pitches in the 7 2/3 innings that he worked, giving up 7 hits and 2 runs, walking 3. And a fine performance by the right-hander. And Clemens in a fine performance, still out there. He's given up 2 runs, but both of them are unearned. Roger has struck out 2 this afternoon. 3 strikeouts for him. He has walked 5, one of them intentionally. And he has thrown well over 100 pitches now. Devereaux taking ball 1. Mike has reached on an error, flied to right twice. He has scored a run. A ball and a strike. And waves at that one for strike 2. He's out of there. Pitcher's pitch for Clemens. Devereaux is rung up. That's 4 strikeouts for Roger.
And back-to-back strikeouts. First time today Clemens has had that. Got Worthington to end last inning, and now Devereaux keeping everything away from Devereaux. He used that open stance looking for something from the middle of the plate in, and Clemens just worked him away with fastballs and sliders.
Leadoff hitter Steve Finley is up. He's 1 hit, an infield single. 1 for 3. Strike 1.
Got a drag bunt in your repertoire. This is a nice time to try it because you got Quintana way over and back on the line at first base and Reed deep at second.
You got to pass Clemens. You canter up to first base. Watch out. Down is Steve Finley on the pitch, high and tight. And Clemens walking in as everybody gets out to look at the fallen Finley. You can hear that up here off the helmet. Frank Robinson, the Baltimore trainer. Cal Ripken Sr. all gathered around Steve Finley.
About the ugliest sound you can hear in a ballpark.
Yep.
Hitter being hit off the helmet with a pitch. Affects everybody in the park.
Got to have him ringing bells. Going to be a runner for him anyway. Brad Clemens.
I think he turned the head and got it right off the back of the helmet. Down he went quickly, and out the dugout came everybody.
Clemens goes at first base just as Finley was getting up and shaking his head and trying to get the bugs and the bees out. So Brad Clemens is the pinch runner at first, with Steve Finley having been hit by a Clemens pitch.
I think it may be the best thing for Finley to get back in that clubhouse and just kind of lay down for a while.
So the Orioles have a runner on for the 9th straight inning. And the batter is Billy Ripken. Ball 1. Ripken is 0 for 3. One ball and one strike. Ripken has fly to shallow left, had a sacrifice, and lived on the error by Boggs. Had a fielder's choice and then grounded to short. Twice, really, has grounded to shortstop. It's a 2-1 count. Baltimore 2, the Red Sox 2. We're in the top of the 9th. The Orioles have a base runner with 1 out. Strike 2. 2-2. Seems that the Oriole batters, to give credit to Clemens too, are getting themselves in trouble. They take a ball, strike, all of a sudden they get 2 strikes, which they take. Then they're back in a 2-2 thing with Clemens, and that's not being on the positive edge. Foul back. To first base, Quintana to Rivera, back to Quintana, another double play. 3-6-3, the second one turned, and the 4th of the afternoon turned by the Red Sox infield. We go to the bottom of the 9th, tied at 2.
NESN is teaming up with the Red Sox Foundation for the Sox for Sox Drive, benefiting Boston Healthcare for the Homeless, a nonprofit organization providing health services at over 70 sites throughout Greater Boston. Clean socks are important for good health, and the homeless often go without.
So bring a new package of white cotton socks to Fenway July 15th and 16th when the A's are in town.
It's an easy way to help.
Everyone who donates will be entered into a drawing for some great prizes, so please join us July 15th and 16th for Sox for the Sox.
Without the support of my family, I'm certain I wouldn't have made it this far. I realized there was a lot I could do to accomplish my goals, and I decided to earn a degree at ITT Tech. I am proud to say that who I am today is whom I've always wanted to be.
We are educators helping people build a foundation for the rest of their lives. ITT Technical Institute, School of Electronics Technology, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
It takes teammates to win, and sometimes just to survive.
Together we can stop the hating and the violence.
Listen to each other, respect each other, and trust.
Teamwork always wins.
Together, stop the violence.
Peace.
It's an all-star break summer vacation on NESN as Jerry Remy hands out his awards for the first half of the season. Find out who's a top dog and who's in the doghouse. Don't miss the Remys, part of NESN's all-star summer vacation, Monday night at 7.
Williamson came on to relieve the starter Dave Johnson with 2 out and a man at first in the 8th inning following the home run by Evans to tie it. And he got Pena on a ground ball to second base. Now he will face Quintana. There's the graphic on what the Red Sox have done in that situation. Quintana is 0 for 3. He flied to right, grounded to third, and popped to third. Strike one from Williamson. So it's down to sudden death time. Red Sox have been playing in a lot of close games lately, and particularly against this Baltimore club down in Baltimore they did. Last night they did. 1 ball, 1 strike. When they've been beaten badly, they do it in spades, like the game in Toronto, the 18-0 game, the 16-0 game. High for ball 2, 2-1.
Well, they've had a couple of those beauties this year where they've had no chance and play it, get it all out in your system in one game, then bounce back and pick up a win the next time out.
It's passing strange this season so far. Wind blowing out. Big gutty swing by Quintana. 2-2.
Looks like the Q was thinking about net on that pitch. A high fastball. Had a pretty good rip at it. And thinking about ending this game, making it 3-2 in a hurry.
Let's go home, he says. 2 balls and 2 strikes. To right field, coming on, making the catch is Orsulak, who is playing deep in right, and there's 1 away.
Oh, Baltimore outfield back a couple of steps. They want to have anybody on base, but they certainly don't want to give up a double and have that runner at second base.
Prefer to play it deep and come in on a single. They have to. Louis Rivera batting. He's 0 for 3. Rob Murphy starting to throw again in the Red Sox pen in the event of extra innings. 1 ball and no strikes. Murph. Now the closer, as long as Reardon is not going to be pitching. We'll have to see a report on how he felt after throwing briefly today out there. Hits to right center and holds up high for Orsulak. There are 2 outs. So Orsulak has made a couple of putouts here in the 9th, and the top of the Red Sox order, Wade Boggs, comes to the plate. Boggs 1 for 4, a double in the first inning, and scored a run. Everybody on the lines. Worthington at third and Milligan at first base. Just a step off the lines. The outfield peeled around. They bunch Boggs up to left center with a 1-strike count. Big gap in right center field, the center. And he goes that way on his horse Orsulak, and he's got it for the out. Sliding down. Not really as difficult as it looked as if it was going to be, but he had shaded over toward right center and had a good jump and makes 3 putouts in the 9th. We go to the 10th inning, tied at 2.
No one to play with. Play online at partypoker.net, the world's largest poker school. More players, more tables, more winners. Sign up now to partypoker.net, the best place to learn how to win.
All right, okay.
Granite City Electric.
What's the best way to pay for my child's education?
Am I paying too much in taxes?
Will we be able to retire and make ends meet? How do we keep healthcare costs from eating up all of our family resources?
What's the best way to leave something for my kids and their families?
The experts say to diversify. What's the right mix for me?
For information and tools the average person can apply to everyday financial matters, join Pete Mendel and Craig Glick for On the Money, Wednesday evenings at 7:30 on Adelphia Channel 9.
It's bold. It's clean. It's fresh. It's smooth. There's only one. Bar Harbor Real Ale.
So Murphy comes on to face Randy Milligan, Mickey Tettleton, and Joe Orsulak, the number 3, 4, 5 hitters for Baltimore. The game tied 2-all. Ball hit high toward right. Brunansky. 1 out.
The right fielders have been busy the last inning or so. 3 putouts for Orsulak last inning, and first ball off the bat of Milligan, Tom Brunansky.
1 pitch, 1 away in the 10th. Mickey Tettleton is up. 0 for 3 with a walk. In extra inning games this year, the Red Sox are 2-3. And the Orioles are 6-2, done well in extra innings. Tettleton, a switcher, turning around to bat right. And the count on him is 1 ball and 1 strike.
From the right side, Tettleton hitting .268. He has 4 of his 10 home runs right-handed with 14 RBI.
Murphy just inside with that pitch, 2-1. Wind blowing straight out from home plate. High drive to left field. Nobody's moving, including the left fielder, and that's a home run over everything to put the Orioles ahead 3-2. Mickey Tettleton, number 11. Didn't need wind. It was a high, towering shot. And the Orioles take the lead again.
Well, a home run now playing a very big part in this game. Evans getting one to tie the ball game up. Now Tettleton switching around to the right side, gets his 5th home run of the year from the right side, and gives the Orioles the lead 3-2.
Their first extra base hit, and it was a dandy. Murphy missing inside to Orsulak.
Very similar stance, right-handed as he has left-handed, and this one up in the net. He knew it was gone. Greenwell knew it was gone. Didn't even turn around to watch it.
He gave it a Yaz shot out there in left field.
Yeah.
Looking straight at the diamond. The breaking pitch by Murphy is outside, ball 2. 2-0.
It's the 8th home run that Murphy has given up this season. That leaves the Red Sox staff.
It is 3-0.
And with that home run, Greg Olson, the ace relief pitcher for the Orioles, starts to loosen up.
We were wondering why he was not up after the 2-1 lead in the 8th inning. But they wanted Johnson out there, and then all of a sudden he was right on his way to getting the Red Sox out before Evans tied it up with a homer. Ball 4, and Orsulak is on with 1 out. So Murphy got the first batter, Milligan, on 1 pitch, and then gives up the Tettleton homer and walks Orsulak. Here is Cal Ripken. 2 for 3. 2 singles, a fly ball to center, and an intentional pass. Ball one.
Just as we were talking about the good fastball from Murphy, it didn't look like today he has that good fastball. That last pitch by Murphy right there was not thrown very hard at all. And now Tony Pena out to the mound to have a little talk with him.
Count is 1-0 to Cal, with Orsulak at first base and Jeff Gray up for the second time to throw in the bullpen for Boston.
It was your pregame guest today, wasn't it, Ned?
Yeah.
Yep.
He'd been all over the place. He was born in Richmond, Virginia, left at 2. He lived a little bit in Peabody, Mass. He went to Florida State High School in Miami. He was all over the place. And pitched for Vermont in the Eastern League. There's a shot to third, past Boggs, eating him up into left field. And runners are at first and second. Ball hit hard by Cal Ripken and Joe Morgan coming out. Boy, that ball was shot off the bat of Ripken. It'll be a base hit, his third.
Baltimore Orioles very pleased with the pitching change in this ball game. I'll tell you, third basemen today have had a couple of rockets hit down their way. Some have been caught and some have gotten by. That's another shot by Ripken to get his third hit of the ball game, and Joe Morgan out to make the pitching change.
Melvin the batter with runners at first and second and 1 out. He's ahead of that one for strike 1. Orsulak at second, Cal Ripken at first. One ball, one strike. And turning a little darker again at Fenway. Two and one.
Second appearance of the year for Gray against the Orioles. He faced them last weekend in Baltimore, pitching an inning and 2/3, 1 hit, no runs in that ball game. And a lot of the conversation started after that appearance about how much they like Jeff Gray.
He will strike out people with that breaking stuff and the changing. He did have trouble after retiring 4 batters in a row up in Toronto. On Wednesday, he gave up 3 hits and then left the ball game in that big Toronto inning. 3 and 1. Three balls, 1 strike to Bob Melvin. Runners break, and it's a strike. The throw to third. He's out at third. Wade Boggs spinning around and putting the tag on Orsulak, and they got a good big man out of there that time. There's 2 away.
It looked like Young, the third base umpire, was starting to call Orsulak safe at third base and then continued right up with the out sign. Taking the fastball right down the middle. Pena going over the hitter, and right there you'll see starts to call him safe and then comes back up with the out sign.
So they haven't been able to work anything on the bases, the Orioles, in this series. On the fielder's choice, Cal Ripken goes to second. 3-2 pitch. And there's ball 4, and the inning continues as Melvin, the pinch hitter, walks. Runners are at first and second, 1 run in, 2 outs, and the hitter will be Worthington.
It's a case there with runners on first and second with the runners off with that pitch. And the 3-1 count is more of a run and hit. If the pitch is a strike, they want him to swing at it and make contact. Obviously, if it's a ball, you take it, and it's ball 4.
Thing is, it was a strike, and he didn't offer it.
That's right.
All right, Worthington, the batter, with 1 hit today and 3 trips, plus a walk. Ball 1.
Second look at Gray, as we mentioned, against the Orioles, and they may not be as anxious to take a swing at that fork ball that he throws.
Laying off that pitch. Checks off on a pitch inside. It's a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Now time call. Bill Fisher is moving to the mound. The count is 2-0 to Craig Worthington. There are 2 outs in a 1-run ball game. The Orioles leading now. The Red Sox can ill afford to give up a base hit now for a run. Also, they can ill afford to walk the bases loaded.
Jerry Reed has just started to throw in the Red Sox bullpen. It's about his 4th warm-up pitch that he's made. Bill Fisher with a conversation at the mound with Jeff Gray and Tony Pena. Dangerous count, 2 balls and no strikes to Worthington. He certainly has the power to get one up in that net. 7 home runs so far this season.
The Toronto Blue Jays are leading the New York Yankees 7-3 after 7 at the Skydome. Top of the 10th here at Fenway, with the Orioles leading the Red Sox 3-2. The count is 2 balls, no strikes to Worthington. Lays off, and it's now a 3-0 count.
Wouldn't be at all surprised to see Worthington with the green light. Has the right-handed power to reach that wall. Devereaux on deck, the number 9 hitter.
Ripken off second. Melvin off first. And gets that a pretty good pitcher's pitch on 3-0. And certainly not a wheelhouse pitch for a batter. 3-1. Strike 2, and right back with him now is Jeff Gray. Goes full, 3-2.
Well, Worthington not very aggressive on that pitch. Looked like one he'd like to have a pretty good swing at, but looked like he was thinking about the walk.
Wind blowing out toward the left field wall, and has been predominantly that way all afternoon. 3-2. Runners will be going. Struck him out. So Gray gets behind and comes back to strike out Worthington with 2 on. And the Orioles get just 1 run, but it's a big one as we go to the bottom of the 10th. 3-2 Baltimore.
It's just a sunny day.
This All-Star break, NESN's got all the summer vacation you'll need. Presented by VermontVacation.com. Monday, Jerry Remy awards his favorite plays from the first half on the Remys. Tuesday, settle in for a Sox and 2 All-Star Marathon. And Wednesday, NESN takes off with Bill Lee for the premiere of Spaceman, a Baseball Odyssey.
It's just a sunny day.
Bob, Janet, don't take off your coats. We're going out on the patio.
What? It's 40 degrees out here.
Yeah, I know. But look at this patio set we got at Seasonal Pool and Patio at a bargain pre-season price. It's so beautiful, we didn't want to wait till summer.
It's the Winston set we had our hearts set on.
You guys are crazy.
How do you kids like your hamburgers?
Indoors?
Don't miss the incredible preseason sale at Seasonal Pool and Patio, Route 3A in Burlington.
Seasonal Pool and Patio.
Nobody likes the game or loves the game more than he does.
Travel through time with Bill Spaceman Lee as he plays ball from Boston to Cuba in this unique independent film, Spaceman, a Baseball Odyssey, part of NESN's All-Star Summer Vacation, premiering Wednesday night at 8. Boston versus New York. The rivalry returns. It's PartyPoker.net's Boston, New York Poker Challenge at Turning Stone. It's Season 2. Deal with it.
Wow.
Boston holds all the cards and the trophy. New York wants in. New players, new attitudes, same rivalry. PartyPoker.net's Boston, New York Poker Challenge 2. Sunday nights, only on NESN. Deal with it.
He'll face Reed, Greenwell, and Brunansky.
Last year, Olson in his very first year, first full season with the Orioles, 27 saves, and it's one of the big reasons this was such an exciting club the whole year long. Get to the ninth inning, the game was over.
Jody Reed first up. Red Sox trail by 1. Reed has doubled in 4 trips. Ball 1. Worthington standing right on the third base bag. Down to shortstop, and Cal Ripken, 1 out. So Olson disposes of his first man, and it is Greenwell coming up. Mike is 2 for 4.
First thing you think about when Olson comes in the game is, like you mentioned, that excellent overhand curveball, but he's also got an excellent fastball to go along with it. He's been clocked up over the 90-mile-an-hour area with the fastball.
Yep. Greenwell goes for the first pitch, fly ball to left, and back for it. Brad Clemens kind of circling around there with the wind taking it, but he takes it on the track, and quickly there are 2 outs in the Red Sox 10th.
Oh, really not hit well at all by Greenwell, but it got up above Fenway Park, and the wind just took over and came very close to maybe banging it off the wall.
That leaves it squarely up to Tom Brunansky, who is 0 for 3 with an RBI. Had a sacrifice fly in the first inning. Olson trying to nail it down now for Williamson. 2 outs in the Red Sox 10th. Strike 1. Where is it? 1 ball, 1 strike. Orioles leading on the home run in the 10th by Mickey Tettleton to put him ahead 3-2. Orioles have left a mess of people in this game. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 left for the Orioles. Same number the Red Sox left last night. Foul back as Brunansky takes a home run rip. 1-2. Red Sox have stranded 8. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Now a 2-2 count. Fastball, ball 3, and now a 3-2 count. Last couple of pitches looking, well, one of them looked as if he might have been overthrowing a little bit, trying to hump one past Brunansky. And now it's 3-2, and the on-deck hitter is Dwight Evans. Line drive off the glove of Ripken into left field, and the Red Sox still alive. Base hit for Tom Brunansky.
Well, Brunansky working the count, finally gets to 3-2 and gets a high fastball, and he just gets off the glove of Ripken. The ball hit too hard. It's in for the base hit. Randy Kutcher will run for Brunansky, and Evans coming to the plate.
And the sun has come out at Fenway. Well, we'll see what that means.
Yeah, it's one thing the hitter right now does not want with the sun out. He likes those gray conditions coming out of center field.
Kutcher running for Brunansky, who gets the hit to put the tying run at first and the winning run at the plate, at least giving it a chance to come up there. Dwight Evans, as we mentioned earlier, was the last batter to hit a home run against Olson, and that was here at Fenway in April of 1989. So he's up again. Today, Evans has had a single and a home run. He homered in the 8th off Johnson to tie up the game. What else can he do? That ball gets behind, and the tying run gets to second base. Kutcher moves to second. And the pressure now turns around on the Orioles.
Olson has thrown 2 curveballs since he's been in the game. As we take a look at the home run by Dwight Evans last April against Olson. 2 curveballs he's thrown so far, and both of them have been down in the dirt and have gotten by Tettleton.
I imagine that's a wild pitch for the sake of scoring. Right now, the tying run is at second base, and it is a 1-0 count to Evans. Strike. Good fastball by Olson. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pinch runner Randy Kutcher is at second base. 2 outs in the Red Sox 10th, and the Orioles lead it 3-2.
Like Tettleton was either crossed up on that pitch from Olson, or he might have lost sight of the ball as it was coming to home plate from center field.
One ball, 1 strike. Inside, ball 2, 2-1. Ellis Burks on deck. Frank Robinson sat through a whole mess of these games last year. And does he go around? He does, and it's strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Dwight Evans. A little disagreement there with plate umpire Mark Johnson.
Pitch up and way out of the strike zone. Evans tries to hold up the swing, but you'll see that bat head come all the way around, and Johnson rings him up.
And now it is 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Foul on a check swing. Count hangs at 2-2. 3 runs, 8 hits for Baltimore. 2 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors for Boston. And those 3 errors are very big. Greg Olson trying to notch a save and also get a win for Mark Williamson. And even this series had a game apiece. 2-2. There goes a high drive to left field. This may do it. It is gone for a home run to win the ball game. Dwight Evans has won it for the Red Sox after tying it in the 9th. In the 8th inning, he wins it in the 10th with a 2-run homer. Oh, mercy.
1990 was Evans' 19th and last season as a Red Sox. He would join the Orioles for the 1991 season and then retire at its conclusion. His oft-imitated batting stance and its tendency to produce clutch hits lives on as part of the history and passion of the Boston Red Sox. I'm your host, Don Orsillo. Be sure to join us next time for another Red Sox Classic.
load the truck. We're heading to the great outdoors. Try your luck on a buck, a bear, or wild boar. Tie a fly and try to tag a tom turkey, just like they showed on TV. Grab a seat, it's a treat. We're going to camel country.